had a few people, say that they listened to the podcast yesterday, didn't we? Not yesterday. I don't know why I said yesterday. On Saturday. Was it Saturday?
Oh, it does feel like yesterday, even though it's Tuesday.
Yeah. I can't remember who said that they listened.
Number one fan, Joel.
Joel, yeah. Yeah, and then I just...
Cheers, Joel.
And then I was like, yeah, I don't listen to it at all. Listen to the first episode, never listen to another one. Gotta listen to myself, you know.
No, I'm addicted because then you don't have to listen to your head.
But my head's where all the ideas are at. This is it.
Yeah,
honestly, like this is really counterproductive because we're trying to get people to listen to our podcast here, but at the same time, it's actually good not to listen to something all the time.
Yeah, but then again, because I listen to podcasts like 80% of the time, when I don't listen to one, then my thoughts are like all there ready.
That's not how it works.
Do you know what I mean?
That's not how it works.
No, but it fine tunes like the thoughts. No, that's how it works in my head.
Okay, but no, there's people in my house listen to music while they're in the shower. They listen to music all the time, and I'm just like, is there no time where you can just think? Because the best thoughts that I ever have are in two places. Usually, when I'm trying to go to sleep because my brain is not doing anything, and in the shower because my brain is not doing anything. If I listen to music in those two instances, I wouldn't be like, just dead.
Yeah, but I listen to music when I'm working, so my brain is doing something else. And also I listen to podcasts when I'm going to sleep.
Okay.
And my brain is also thinking about like the next day or whatever at the same time. So technically I'm not actually listening to the podcast all the time. It's just like there.
Not as good as mine though, are they? That's the thing. Just lower quality ideas.
I'm sorry.
See, look, here's another perfect example. Literally an hour ago, went shopping, right? The part I just showed Zoe a part of the April Fool's video that's coming out soon. Should be out in like 3 days when this comes out.
Yeah.
And the part I showed her, I literally thought of while I was going shopping because I wasn't listening to music that time and my brain wasn't doing anything. Perfect.
Yeah, but I come up with all these great ideas for CoasterBot just like on the spot, mate. I don't need to think about it.
No, but that is what I mean. But it happens more frequently when there's nothing going on, when you're not listening to anything. You're completely dull.
It doesn't for me though.
Well, you're
because
wrong.
Because yeah, but you're because your
no,
normal your normal is like silence, right? That's generally how you go about your life. My normal is podcasts or music.
All right.
So I've always got noise going on. It doesn't bother me at all.
Okay.
And anyway, listen to the podcast.
Please do listen to this podcast. Yeah, don't take my advice, please.
Yeah, and listen to every word we're saying. Don't tune out.
Single word.
Don't have any other thoughts.
No.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this right now, please leave a review on iTunes saying, "I am listening." Smiley face.
Yeah, good.
Anyway, we have some fantastic news for this episode of the podcast.
Do we actually?
No. We do have some news. It's just not really fantastic.
I was like, yay, what is it?
So we have Copperhead Strike at Carowinds in the States opened to the public a few days ago.
Oh, did it actually?
Yes, and that's the Muck Rides multi-launch coaster.
Mm-hmm.
The reviews are good. A lot of people say that it's very, very fun, and ultimately, that's the kind of ride it is. There's nothing about it that's incredible. It's not overly fast. It's not overly intense. It's not overly full of airtime. It's fun, but at the end of the day, like Wicker Man is fun. It's not overly intense. It's not overly airtime filled. It's not overly fast, but it's fun as hell. If parks keep pumping out quality editions rather than record-breaking editions, honestly, I think the whole level of the park then goes up.
That's what I was going to say. Is it not trying to break a record or something?
No, it doesn't. The thing that they've marketed it with kind of is the theming. They have a pre-show on the launch. So just before you launch, there's a little pre-show, and it takes place in this like shed. And allegedly the theming is some of the best that company, that park chain have ever created. That's Cedar Fair. So,
right.
yeah, people are happy that they've got a quality ride with some quality theming. Welcome to Europe, gentlemen and ladies in America. But this is so true, though, isn't it? It's like, I really do appreciate when a park just makes a quality ride. It doesn't. Not all
Yeah.
rides have to be record breaking or overly fantastic.
Well, they can't.
No, they can't. Exactly.
Otherwise, none of them will be.
No. But a ride like Copperhead Strike, a ride like Wicker Man, quality additions really
Yep.
improve parks.
And people just love them anyways.
Exactly. So great stuff, Carowinds. Hopefully Cedar Point will continue to start doing more. You know, I'd like to see some of the Cedar Fair parks do a lot and some of them do nothing. I'd like to see a lot more, I don't know, more of them just average it out, you know? Make every park do
Yeah.
something. It's very strange indeed. But talking about doing nothing in terms of theming, I think, I don't even know. The new Rocky Mount Construction hybrid coaster coming to Nagashima Sparland in Japan opens in 2 days' time. No, it's opened yesterday, according to when this episode has come out. And that's Hakugai. I don't know how you say it. Means white
Right.
whale in Japanese.
Okay.
But this is the conversion of a old roller coaster, one called White Cyclone, a massive wooden coaster, basically, that they tore down half of it, redid the layout, redid the track, put loads of inversions, loads of epic airtime in it. It looks like a really, really solid coaster with quite a long layout, and it just looks quite relentless. So cool stuff coming to Japan. That's pretty much it for news. I don't really have anything else to say.
Alton Towers open, mate.
Yeah, but
That's
that's the
news.
focus of the whole of this. I keep want to say every time I want to say podcast, I really want to say vlog instead. I know.
What? It's the opposite of a vlog.
I know, but
It's a sound log.
that's what I've got in my mind, just vlog.
So yeah, we went to Alton Towers, didn't we? What a mistake.
Can you sound any more delighted?
What an absolute mistake that was. Was it not?
It became less of a mistake the further on the day went.
Yeah, I think, well,
When
we've never been to opening day, so
when we were walking up to the park, that was a huge mistake.
yeah. I could just see your little face dropping as you saw the crowds of people at the what do you call it?
Turnstiles, the plaza.
Turnstiles, yeah.
Yeah, it was surprisingly busy.
Well, not even surprisingly, because we both knew it was going to be busy, but for some reason we just hadn't internalized that.
Yeah. Well, this sounds really like elitist here, and I do not mean to be elitist, but I don't know why anyone would go to the opening day of a theme park except to either if they're really, 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 really into coasters and really want to get back on some coasters, or they want to see a load of other theme park nerds, which is the reason that I went on the same day.
I wouldn't even say it's elitist because just for me, obviously I'm not really an enthusiast, so I was looking around like, guys, why would you come on a day when it's like going to be the busiest day? Just as a person, you'd be like, oh, I'm going to avoid that day because we won't really get much done.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't go for the rides. We went to see everybody. Yeah. So I just couldn't understand why there were so many people there. I was like, do they not think it's going to be busy or something?
It was weird.
It was weird.
Even the day after, the Sunday was less busy, and I can't imagine that this week will be less busy as well. But yeah, it's...
Unless they just didn't know that it was opening weekend.
Surely you'd know it's opening weekend.
Yeah, surely.
It is strange. There's a lot of... To be fair, though, there's a lot of people who are, like, into theme parks that aren't into theme parks, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I guess. And if you have kids, maybe the kids are like constantly saying, oh, I want to go to Alton Towers like all year. Yeah. And then you're like, fine, we'll go on opening day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It is strange.
Bugging them all year.
But no, it was good to be back at the park. We met up with 14 people. There was 14 of us in the end. And I will now read out the names of all of the people. Let me... I wrote it down in the...
I
wrote it down in the description of the latest vlog that went up from opening day.
How cute.
So please check that out. But
plug.
But we first of all, a big thanks to Jamie for taking us there in his car.
Yeah.
What a guy.
You're the best.
Thank you, Jamie. Very cool. But then we also met Joel, Thomas, Oscar, Zach, Sam, Casey, Lee, Jack, Carol, Ewan, and Dan.
Nice. Well done.
Thank you. So, if any of you are listening, we had a great day. Very, very enjoyable.
Yep.
But no, first of all, first thing on the agenda was to queue for your ticket.
Yeah.
And boy, Alt Towers needs to sort that out.
But isn't this new or is this old?
No, well,
this system of ticket
basically,
queuing.
it used to be like, there used to be huts, like 4 or 5 huts, and either side there was individual queues. Now they've migrated it all into the corner and have one big queue.
Right.
So
yeah.
it used to all be spread out. Now it's one huge
Yeah.
queue. I'm not sure if the capacity has been lowered. I honestly,
But it just looks worse.
it does. It looks
Whereas
severe.
before you'd see like 4 people in a line, you'd be like, oh cool, just go in that line.
Yeah.
And then you see like 50 people in the corner and you're like, I don't want to go over there.
Actually, I think the capacity has been lowered a little bit.
Yeah.
Which is obviously frustrating. But basically, they need to just make everything printable or mobile.
Why are we not on QR codes already?
Yeah, like, surely you should just be able to, with any service, like what we did was, if you have a Merlin annual pass, you get bring a friend for £15 vouchers, but you have to redeem them. If it was just like a code that you use online, it would be so much easier, because you just get the ticket, print it out, go on the day. Essentially, they need to turn every ticket method into a printable or smartphone ticket.
Yeah, because then you can get rid of the whole queue and that whole booths anyway. Have like 2 booths for people who have issues. And then you can get rid of all those people who you're having to pay to do the tickets.
Yeah, exactly. It's strange. I do like the fact that they did migrate it in a way, because it makes the plaza much more open and nice.
Yeah.
It is better.
But it's 2019,
but it
guys.
is, yeah. Or
get a QR code.
Or you have self-service as well.
Yeah, or just, I don't know, let the machines handle it. Do you know what I mean?
It is a bit mad, to be fair. There just should be. I don't know why there were so many people in that queue. Like, there shouldn't be.
It just seems really like old school.
Yes. So that was an annoying thing, and that kind of pushed us back, because we were waiting for some other people, and they had to sit in a queue that was like an hour.
That was an hour, yeah. An hour.
Which is absolutely mad. But yeah, no, we got the ticket, took a photo with some people in the queue who recognised us, which was weird.
Shout out if you're listening, can't remember their names.
And then, we went into the park. We tried to queue for Spinball Wizard.
Yep.
It died. Which I'm really sad about, actually, because I actually...
Yeah, that would have been good.
I really wanted to get on it.
Because the queue, there was hardly any queue. There was basically like 20 people in front of us.
Yeah, but I just wanted to get...
So...
Next time I go to Towers, I really want to get on Spinball Wizard.
Yeah.
So that was a shame. But after that, we beeline into Oblivion. And that was our first ride of the day and our first ride of 2019.
Yeah, it's weird.
So that was an enjoyable ride.
I'm not too happy about that, to be honest.
Really?
Oblivion's just meh.
What would you have rather it be, like Wicker Man?
Wicker Man?
Yeah.
As soon as we stepped in, I was like about to run to Wicker Man.
Yeah, we need...
Thing is, though, when we saw the queue, because we went there after Oblivion, when I saw the queue and I was like, maybe not. What did it say? 90 minutes?
It was 90.
Lies.
It's more like 2 and a bit.
It was like 2 and a bit hours.
Yeah. It was mad, to be fair. Like, obviously, they were selling a lot of fast passes that day, and they were selling a lot of ride access not selling, but giving out a load of ride access passes.
Yeah.
So operations at the start of the day weren't particularly good.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't sending the trains out that often. They were having some issues with restraint checks again. Fortunately, though, Wicker Man, I don't think it went down, or if it went down very briefly.
Yeah, I don't think it did.
Throughout the day, the rides were pretty stable.
Yeah. I think everybody was just trying to get back into like the swing of it.
Yeah. I mean, after Spinball closed, I was thinking, oh Christ, this park is going to be a complete mess for the rest of the day. But it didn't seem like things were down that often, which was very good. But yeah, no, operations at Wicker Man was slow at the start, so the queue was moving slowly. which was a real pain in the ass. So we were stuck in the queue for ages, and it kind of just killed me for quite a while.
Yeah.
But then we got a ride on it, and
all was well.
All was well. It was good. We got something like row 8.
Yeah, it was
but
good.
it was fast. Like,
yeah,
it was proper fast, and it wasn't that late in the day. So
such a good ride.
yeah, it's just so fun and enjoyable.
Yep.
It makes me think that maybe Wicker Man started to, bed in a bit more, and now that it's 1 year old, it warms up a bit faster, or
Yeah.
at least Alton Towers know how to warm it up faster.
Yeah.
Which is a great thing, obviously. But after Wicker Man, we headed towards the Forbidden Valley to go on the likes of Nemesis. But first, we went for some food, and you brought some lunch, didn't you?
I did, after finding some gluten-free rolls in the shop.
Yeah,
which was a bit sad.
At least we know that they exist.
Yeah, they exist now. Pretty sure they didn't have them last year.
But for all of you,
so that's good.
Zoe is gluten free. I mean,
yeah.
So that
listen to our food podcast if you want to know our opinions on food.
So that makes everything at a theme park for you terrible, right? Mostly.
Yeah, because so I don't know if everybody knows what gluten, but it's in bread. So you can imagine if it's in bread, then
burgers,
all is
dogs,
lost.
Breadcrumbs on chicken.
Just anything that you can get in a theme park has bread or gluten. So, but they're clearly thinking about it a bit more now. So,
but we went to the coffee shack or something like that because we wanted a coffee and some food, and they had just like sandwich rolls. And I mean, it wasn't a massive lunch, but honestly, I kind of enjoyed it.
It's a roll because you're quite picky about sauces, etc.
Yeah.
And it was just like a plain ham roll, wasn't it? So,
but it
can't really go wrong.
They didn't skimp on it, the ham or anything.
Yeah.
It was a nice change of pace from a crap burger or a crap, hot dog. I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So
did the job.
Yeah, and the coffee was nice.
And it was quick.
Yes, and got the discount from annual pass and all that, so it wasn't too expensive, wasn't overpriced, which is all good. You had a piece of flapjack. Well, we both had some flapjack.
I did, yeah.
Which kept us going.
In the queue for Nem Nem.
Yeah. Then it was the queue for Nemesis, which was... I didn't really count how long it took. It didn't feel that long.
I'd say 40 minutes.
But it didn't feel that long. I felt like we were moving a lot more consistently.
Yeah.
With Nemesis. I mean, they're very good at getting the trains out all the time usually, so...
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
No.
They did have the extension open, but...
Yeah, but...
It was quite deceiving.
Yeah, they're only queuing just past the entrance. If you've ever been to Nemesis. So that was good, and Nemesis was running very well as well. Very forceful, very whippy, as per usual. It was a solid ride on it, actually. I appreciated it.
I don't know why, I just literally so bored of that ride.
Yeah, I get bored of it after a season, like towards the end of the year, but at the start, I can really appreciate it. Or if I haven't been on it in a while, I can appreciate it. And that was a while, so...
Yeah.
I actually did quite enjoy it.
I think I hate inverts.
No, I'm not a huge invert fan either. I think they're a bit...
Yeah, but I think I actually hate them.
Yeah. I mean, they're only... It's like just positive force all the time.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. It's exactly everything that's the worst part about roller coasters.
See, I like positive force, but they just feel too... Like, there's not enough variety in them.
Yeah, like, I feel... Obviously, it's meant to be intense, but I feel like it's just intense the whole way around.
Yeah. What Nemesis is, it's relentless.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh, this is effort to, like...
deal with.
Brace yourself for the whole time. But, yeah.
No, but it was good. I did like it.
I appreciate the ride, don't get me wrong. It's meh.
Yeah.
Then we missed Jamie's meme, didn't we?
Yes. So go on, tell us about that.
So Jamie, he brought along with him his own VR headset, and went and rode Galactica with it on, because obviously there's none on there anymore. So
yeah, they removed VR off Galactica,
and they let him wear it.
for some reason.
Which is funny.
So he wore it on the ride all the way around.
Yeah.
Very
so
epic.
good on him.
Yeah. But at that point, I don't really care about Galactica.
Yeah.
So
we care about Jewel.
Yeah. Well, we split up and we took Jack with us, and Jack hadn't been on Jewel before. So we thought, all right, we'll wait in this sub 5-minute queue for Jewel. Get on it. It's always a nice ride, and it was a nice day to just It was a nice ride to just chill on. Have a sit down for 2 minutes, just take it all in. And lo and behold, we join the queue. We enter the building. I'm like, well, there's this guy in front who's filming. I'm like, oh yeah, nice guy, yeah. I'm like, wait a second, I recognize that haircut.
Did a double take.
Then I looked closer and I'm like, that looks like a camera that I know who has, a camera that I've seen before. And lo and behold, this man turns around and it's none other than Sean Sambrook.
Mr. Sean Sambrook.
And I was like, whoa. My heart started racing, I was like, he's here. I'm in the presence of a god. But no, really.
You just had to talk to him, didn't you? Really?
We just had to. So he got on the ride. We were only we were only about 8 people behind, which is really annoying.
Could have been on the same car.
Yeah, we couldn't.
But no.
We couldn't get close enough to say something before we got on.
Yeah. Because then he got in the car and went past,
Yeah.
so then you spoke to him.
Yeah, so he slowly moved along the station, and I was like, oh, Sean, how's it going? We had a little chat until, he slowly moved up too far away.
Yeah.
So then we had a ride on Jewel, which was honestly probably the worst.
It was a weird ride.
Yeah, probably the worst ride I've ever had on Jewel.
Yeah.
The effects were mistimed. Some of the areas were not dark enough. And some of the areas were dark, really dark, which I was happy about, because sometimes the areas that don't really have anything in are very bright, which just kind of ruins it. But no, most of the effects were just a little bit out of time.
Yeah, like the guy would swing round and then the noise would happen afterwards.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay, cool.
And the fact that they would swing round just a bit too early for the car, so you weren't properly in the right position yet.
Weird. But it was Jewel.
It was Jewel. But it was good to just kind of chill for a minute or so, as I said.
Yeah.
Take it a tiny bit easier. Then we got off Jewel and Mr. Sean Sambrook.
Then we stayed on Jewel forever.
Yeah, then we kept going round and round and round because we didn't want to do that. No. We saw Mr. Sambrook again, had another chat to him. He told us that he'd been 40 groups of people had come up to him that day asking for to talk to him or photos, whatever, which I thought was absolutely insane. That 40 people, and at this point we've had 4 groups of people come up to us.
But Harry, he's famous, man.
He's a famous boy, very famous boy. So he was a busy man. We were like, oh, Sean, you're a busy guy. We'll leave you to it. And
he said the dungeon was good though.
He did. He said the dungeons was good, which is good to hear actually, because coming from him, I actually do trust his opinions directly to me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because we decided not to do the dungeon.
No.
I say we. I'm never doing a dungeon ever again.
No, you're too.
So
you're too
Harry
baby.
decided not to do it.
So next time I visit Towers, hopefully I'll try and get the dungeons done.
Yeah.
I'd like that.
It would have been such a busy day if you'd have done that as well.
Yeah. So it wasn't the best day to do it for us.
Yeah. But I have heard good things.
Yes. Also saw some other people from Backseat Blackout, and Airtime John, and Coastal Kingdom.
Lots of people were there.
Lots of people.
And then we beeline for Wicker Man again.
We did.
Of course.
So go on, explain why and how we achieved Wicker Man within the last 2 hours of the day.
So, somebody who works out on Towers happened upon us at the beginning of the day, and gave our group, was it 3 of them? 3 of the, what are they called?
Priority passes.
Priority passes, so it basically gets you on the ride. It's like a fast track, but not. And she gave us 3 of those, so we had one of those from the nice lady. And also, Harry had a brainwave halfway through the day and realised that we had another one from last season,
Yeah, when
which was like crumpled in his bag.
when the Americans came over, we got some. Well, we got one of them because Wicker Man broke down while we were on it,
Yeah.
and they gave us one because of that. Even though we were on there for like 5 minutes, not complaining. And yeah, that had been sitting in the front of my bag for the past
For a year.
3/4 of a year.
And it was like all crumpled. But yeah, so we used those two to get on Wicker Man, and it was like 20 minutes maybe.
Yeah,
The queue. Because I think they'd been handing them out all day, so a lot of people were using them.
yeah.
So the fast track queue was quite long, but yeah, we got on it again, and it was good. We went back row, didn't we?
We
We
did.
like sneakily waited for back row.
Well, we didn't really. It just kind of
No,
it
but it
happened.
just. I mean, it was fate.
Yeah, there was one. Our group was 3, and there was
A single rider, essentially.
yeah, there was a single rider, and they wanted to put another 2 in there, but then the guy shouted down like 2, and no one was saying anything. So then we thought, brainwave. There's 3 of us, single rider. One of us goes with single rider. Other 2
Yeah.
take that.
Wait for the back, because this was a
Bingo.
back row as well.
So double back row. Everyone got back row, and boy, that was a ride.
It was good. That's literally the best you can do, other than it being in the dark. Is like near end of the day back row.
It was fast, proper
It
fast,
was.
to the point.
Fast boy.
Yeah, and the latch was on it is so good as well, to the fact that you get just pinned to the side of the train, which is awesome, really awesome. And you do get pulled over some of the drops as well, properly. But yeah, no, fantastic ride. I really hope that over the next few years it kind of just stays like that. It doesn't get too worse in terms of, roughness or anything like that.
Yeah.
But time will tell. Something that was quite annoying was the fire wasn't on, which sucked a little bit.
Yeah. Why?
It had
This is the ideal day to have the fire on.
Yep, all year. Well, not all year, but like 4 months to figure out how to get the fire back.
Well, is it because it wasn't
And you
working?
goofed. Maybe it just broke just before they wanted to, open up.
Well, that's not good enough.
No, it was a bit frustrating. Weird enough, the fire was on the next day.
What?
Yeah, it was on the Sunday.
It must have broken then.
Yeah.
There's no way they would put it on Sunday and not Saturday.
Yeah. But the fire actually does add quite a lot to it, I'd say.
Yeah.
It makes all of the off-ride experience much more enjoyable.
Exactly.
You can't really see it too much when you're on ride, except for maybe when you're going through the chest. You can quite often, as you turn to see it, you can see it. But
no, it's definitely about the off-ride.
yeah,
In the queue.
yeah. But at least the mist was on pretty heavily.
The mist was on.
Yeah.
I have to say, I got pretty wet.
I really
not gonna
enjoy
lie.
it though.
It is so good.
Yeah,
Because you know it's going to happen. As soon as you get near the Wicker Man, you're like, oh my God, here we go.
It just gives you. I mean, the Smiler's got something similar sometimes where it squirts water in your face, but it just gives it like that extra depth.
It was like 4D, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know why. The only rides that I can think that do that are both at Alton Towers.
Why? What?
Like
That and the Smiler?
yeah, where you get not mist, but I mean it's a bit more than mist, if you know what I mean. It's not just going through mist. It's the Wicker Man is meant to be a little mist, but it kind of drips, so you get hit more with some bigger water particles.
I'm just trying to think. I swear there's another one.
Oblivion has mist, but it doesn't make that much of a big deal. Nemesis Inferno has mist, again, not a big deal. There are quite a few.
They should do that more often. That's a good point.
There are quite a few with mist, but yeah, nothing that's overly
misty.
Yeah, it doesn't add too much. Whereas when you do get a splash of water to the face, it really does kind of. Yeah.
Also, I like it in dark rides when you go through and then it gets really hot.
Yes.
They should do that more.
Well, you can't really do it
Oh,
on
do you know
roller
what? Do you know what I'm thinking about?
What?
Legoland.
Yeah.
The Dragon Ride.
Oh yeah.
You know when you go off on the pre-show
Yeah.
bit, they do all kinds of stuff in there.
Yeah, that's
and they
cool.
have a heater as
They do.
well.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't really do it on roller coasters too often unless you've got that kind of pre-show bit.
Yeah, and then also it's not as exciting because you need to be going fast
Yeah.
for it to be a good hit, you know. we did the Smiler next, I guess,
Mm.
as our little final ride, which you were happy about.
Yeah, we wanted to try and go over and do Hex, but we didn't have enough time at the end of the day, which was quite unfortunate. So, instead we joined the queue for the Smiler, which was, what was it, 60 minutes?
90.
Was it 90 as well?
It was meant to be 90.
Jesus.
Yeah.
90 minutes. We joined it like 15 minutes before queue close. We got in, have a nice time, and then it broke down.
Yep.
People, it stopped. One of the trains stopped at the bottom of the lift hill, so they evac'd those and then got the ride going again. And to be fair, that was all within like less than 10 minutes that they started testing it again, and it opened quite quickly. So
no, it was good. It was just frustrating.
yeah, it was. Yeah, but the queue wasn't too slow either. I think that one was moving quite decently as well.
The Smiler always does.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
yeah. The throughput is actually right. It's not that bad.
Yeah. And then we got third row.
It wasn't that bad.
I hate third row.
I think the Smiler one's smoother at the start of the year.
Really?
Yeah, because it wasn't. It really wasn't bad for third row.
No, it was fine because I was in the middle.
Yeah, no, but I was on the outside and it was fine.
Yeah, but you're hardcore, man.
But no, it was, and Sam liked it, and he was on the back.
Yeah,
on the
to
right
be fair, back rows is 10 times
Yeah,
worse.
so
It's just so good on the front. It
Yeah.
annoys me a lot.
it is. But what we had was because they evac'd it before, they had lights on, the emergency lights on inside still.
Now, see, everybody keeps talking about this.
Yeah.
What the hell are you guys on about?
What do you mean?
What lights were on?
You know,
Everyone comes off like, oh my god, the lights were
you
on.
know,
I'm
it
like,
drops out of the
"What?"
station, right?
Yeah.
It drops into darkness. That room, that whole bit is meant to be in the dark. Usually, you can't see it,
I literally did not notice.
and the lights were on, so you.
That's so funny.
Yeah, the lights were on, so you got to see how close the walls were to the train,
Right.
and
Yeah, see,
they were very
I
close.
I didn't even notice the walls, to be
Oh, really?
honest.
Well, you are on the inside. I was on the outside, to be fair.
Yeah.
But some of obviously the clearance is enough, but it felt really close in some of the parts.
Yeah.
So that was cool to see.
I think in my head, I was like, because obviously riding the Smiler was like a whole different tactic of how I ride it,
Yeah.
which I'd forgotten about. And so then when we like went down, I was like, oh my god, okay, I need to remember to like keep my body forward. So I was thinking about that. So maybe I just didn't
But
clock it.
sometimes it usually has flashes on, so as you go through the first inversion, it'll like flash like a strobe. I'm pretty sure,
Right. Yeah, see, that's ringing a bell now.
but it just didn't because it was all always on. So then that might be why you were a bit
Yeah.
confused.
I don't think I noticed before.
Yeah,
Oh well.
but no, then
Wasted on me.
it is. But then no, we had a good ride on the Smiler. It was running, as I said, well, pretty quick as well.
It was, yeah.
Very enjoyable. As I said, shame we didn't get the front, but still, it was good. The audio at halfway point was very loud, as always.
Oh my god, why is it so loud?
It was ridiculously loud.
Why?
At least they've got a new TV.
Have they?
Now, well, one was gone for ages, but now they're both back.
Oh right.
But
right.
one's so much newer than the other one, and you could really tell, which is a bit weird, but hey ho.
Love it. Yeah, turn the sound down.
Yeah, it's
Because we
definitely
all want
loud.
to talk when we get before the
Yeah.
second lift hill. We want to have a chat and be like, oh my god, that was so good.
Yeah.
But no one can hear each other, so we're all just looking at each other,
yeah.
listening to the dude laugh. So
No, but it was an enjoyable ride. Again, Sam. We went with Sam, and he's from America, and he had a fun time the entire day. You know, going on all these new coasters because he's never been to Alton Towers before. But he didn't know the layout of the Smiler, so he didn't really know what to expect, and he was so
Right.
surprised that there were two like decent airtime hills in the middle of the layout
yeah,
on
yeah.
either side.
That's like one of the best bits,
Yeah.
I'd say.
But it is really kind of incredible that the people who designed it managed to get two airtime hills
Yeah.
within such a compact and inversion based layout. Like two decent airtime hills as well, especially the
They're
second one.
good.
So big props. But yeah, that pretty much ended our day. How many rides did we do? Oblivion, Wickerman, Nemesis, Jewel, Wickerman, The Smiler. 6.
Ah, shocking.
We did not time it very well at all. If you
No.
are going on opening day, it's very recommended to get there way before the park opens, So you can be straight in. And if you beat the crowds by going to different areas, like ignore Wicker Man for the entire time except for the end, you could go straight to Forbidden Valley, nothing. You could get on Nemesis and Galactica several times, no problem, or do the same for Dark Forest, you know?
We didn't even get to the Dark Forest.
No, exactly. We really didn't have much time. So I'd recommend making the most of your time at the start and at the end of the day. Do try your best to be there and not waiting around.
I would recommend only go on opening day if you've got some other people that you want to see. Make it a social event.
Yeah.
Just, accept the fact that you're not going to ride anything.
And also,
which we did not accept.
Potentially, you could do, if you want to do the dungeons, you could do it around 12:01, which is obviously one of the most busiest times of the day.
Yeah.
So if you did it then, you would, you wouldn't have to wait in a queue. You'd actually be doing something, which would be quite good.
Mm-hmm. Or come on the second day, because it sounds like it was much quieter.
You want to talk about your merch?
I was going to say, we should talk about our absolutely thrilling merch session we had.
Big loot sesh.
It's funny because you never buy merch.
Yeah.
So it's quite rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And?
Harry got... What did it say on it? It was a Nemesis pin
Nemesis
badge, right?
25.
25.
Because it's
and I
25 years old.
Yeah. I got a pin badge. That's the one for the Runaway Mine Train, which says Choo Choo on it.
Choo choo.
Choo Choo.
Wow.
Which is actually hilarious.
Yeah.
I really like it.
It's good, actually. They're decent pins. And they're £4, which is quite expensive when you think about it.
Not for a pin badge.
It's not too bad, to be fair.
Not for a pin badge. Pin badges are like six quid.
They could be a lot worse, I guess, couldn't they?
Yeah.
But when you have annual pass, 20% off.
Yeah.
What's that? £3.60? No, £3.20, which is even more reasonable.
One absolute bargain. That is actually very good for a pin badge.
Yeah. So we didn't really pay that much for them.
No.
Happy days.
And they're great. Did you see the poll result? Probably.
Briefly, but nothing. I didn't see the final result.
Okay, so
let me guess.
Poll this week. Okay, well, I'm just going to read the title first. Now that Alton Towers is officially open for the 2019 season, which ride are you or were you most looking forward to getting back on? And we had Wicker Man, Smiler, Nemesis, or other.
All right.
What do you think?
I think Wicker Man, 48%.
Okay, no comment.
I think Nemesis, 26%.
Okay.
The Smiler, 22%. And...
Maths.
10 to 20% for the final one.
Okay. Wicker Man, 52.
I said 49.
So kind of close.
Yeah.
Smiler, 24.
Oh.
Which I was not expecting. I definitely thought it was going to be Nemesis second. Yeah. Nemesis 15.
Wow, okay. Holy moly.
So, Nem.
That's surprising.
No one cares.
No.
I think the other might have been a bit misleading because I don't know if people were voting for that for the dungeons.
Maybe, yeah.
We should have put brackets, not the dungeons.
What was the other one? What did the other get?
9.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the Smiler win. Well, I didn't win.
Well,
obviously Wicker Man.
Yeah. It's surprising that Smiler was second most anticipated.
Yeah, which is kind of cute.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Okay, let's hear from our number one fan, Joel.
Number one fan. I like it. Well done, Joel. You're keeping the channel going, mate.
Thanks, Joel. Has Joel reviewed us?
I don't
Joel,
know.
if you haven't reviewed us, then get out
we'll
of
be
town.
very upset.
It was definitely Wicker Man at the time, but if you ask me again now, I literally wouldn't be able to choose between the three. That's a very weird comment. Why would it not be Wicker Man, Joel? What's wrong with it?
Because all three were running well.
Nah. Yeah, but I don't think that matters. Do you know what I mean? You have to imagine that they would be all running well.
I guess.
So, Jonathan says, I was looking forward to Wicker Man the most, but I was actually surprised by Nemesis. It was running really fast and smooth. I've seen a few vlogs say the same. That is true.
It is true.
It is true. So, do you think you're going to go back to an opening day then, Harry?
Yeah, I do. I think the problem you go to opening days for the people, and the problem with Alton Towers is it's so huge that you don't run into that many people.
Yeah.
If you went to Thorpe opening day or Blackpool opening day, where the parks are a lot smaller, I think you'd just naturally run into more people.
Yeah.
So I think Alton Towers opening day is a less so. It's nice to be at the park, but I think if we do go next time, we need to get there stupidly early, be like in the plaza for 9 so that we can talk to people before the park opens, then go in for early ride time, bang out Wicker Man and carry on, right?
Yeah.
So I would go, but that would be the plan.
Or just give up on rides completely.
Yeah.
Everyone just meet there anyway.
Yeah. Just follow people around until they go on rides and follow the next people.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just walk everybody to the queue lines.
Mm.
It was a good day though.
It was.
We had some bants.
All in all, it was a good day.
You can see some actual vlog footage of it on Harry's channel. It's quite a funny one. Apparently, people have been saying it's funny.
It is a funny one. We had a good time. There's a few laughs to be had.
So check it out. And make sure to follow us on Twitter if you haven't. Follow our YouTube if you fancy that. And then otherwise, just find us on iTunes, Spotify, etc., etc., etc. Don't know what it's going to be next week, so can't plug that.
Yeah, what is the next one meant to be?
Well, it's a mini-sode, so there's a lot of options. But we'll figure something out, and I'll let you know on Twitter, as usual. So that's probably it. Bye, Joel.
Bye to the only person
I'm just
still
imagining,
watching.
Yeah, like Joel's our only listener. So see you later, Joel.
That was a funny thought, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because, like, he probably is listening right now.
He is listening, right?
Right now. Joel, you're listening to this podcast right now, right? And if your name's Joel and you're not Joel that we're talking about, you're still listening to this podcast right now. And it's
a different
It's
Joel.
very strange that at some point in time, you will be listening to this podcast.
Yeah, Harry, that's the whole point.
No, it's just so weird to think about.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like people actually listen to
it. Because there's no...
Because it's just a conversation.
Yeah, exactly. And it's recorded and then disappears, and that's it.
Well, yeah, I have to listen back. So
well, you do, yeah. I guess that's why it's a bit different for me, because once I've recorded it, it's done for my side of the thing.
Well, that's how it is for me, like with the vlogs.
Yes.
I just live the day, and then that's it. And this vlog appears of the day. I'm like, wow, this is what happened to me.
Yeah, exactly. This is true.
But you've had to stare at it for like 10 hours.
Yeah, literally. So. It's a dead thing. I'll watch it in 6 months' time and be like, yes, that was fun.
Yeah.
Ah, well. Thanks, Joel.
But yeah, see you later, Joel.